Howdy, hi. This is Deer Job Sports college basketball picks and predictions for Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, we're going to recap previous day's results. Good day overall. We go 5-3. A decent amount of these games came down to the wire. Michigan was close. Lamar came down to the end. Jacksonville State barely hit. Central Connecticut, I lost by 1.5. The over in the Michigan game was close. Fairfield never stood a chance. Everything else is pretty much a blowout. Brings our season record to 224 wins, 173 losses. We add $6 to the giveaway fund. That fund is now at $94. Nobody gets added to or taken off of the banned list. Let's get into the recap, and then I'll get to the 10 picks we have for tomorrow. So we're going to go a bit faster than normal just because we got a lot to talk about. So, first one, we had FIU minus 115 on the money line. This one hits. I think this tipped at noon or 11 a.m., somewhere in the morning. They win 89-74. Never really that close of a game. They had a 5-point halftime lead. They blew it open in the second half. 52% from the field, 44% from deep. They win the rebound battle by 12. They win the turnover battle by 2. They played pretty good. New Mexico State, they hit the road. They play a decent team, and they lose. New Mexico State is not good. All right, next game, it was Lamar. We had them plus 15.5 on the road at McNeese. They kept it close enough. They lose 70-82. They didn't shoot the ball well. In terms of actual stats, they played pretty well against them. They shot just 33% from the field, 31% from deep. 81%, however, from the free throw line. They win the offensive rebound battle by 6. They lose the turnover battle by 2. McNeese, they made the plays down the end to get it done. This was a 5-point game at halftime. They lose by 12. Good enough for me, as we had 15.5. Next one, Michigan laying 21.5. They did not shoot the ball well, and they still won by 30. It was 96-66 was the final score. Michigan 48% from the field, just 20% from deep. 2-0. The two schools combined 11 of 53 from deep. So that is why the over did not hit. Other than that, though, really fast-paced game. Michigan 39 free throw attempts. Southern California 33. Neither of them shot the free throws well. They combined 68% there. Michigan wins the rebound battle by 5. They forced USC into 21 turnovers. This Michigan team is good. Very, very good. Next one, Middle Tennessee. They beat the brakes off of Louisiana Tech. They won 88-51. Middle Tennessee, 55% from the field, 50% from deep. They made a program record 22 three-pointers. 2-2. That is absurd. They shot 58 total shots. 44 of them were threes. I don't know how you do that, but they did it. They win the rebound battle. They win the turnover battle. 37-point beatdown. Then finally, Jack State. We had them minus 1.5 on the road at Delaware. This one got greasy. There is a chance you did not cover this number. This closed Jacksonville State minus 4.5. Delaware, they suck. Jacksonville State wins by 3. Jacksonville State 48% from the field, only 69% from the free throw line. Delaware 44% from the field. They lose the rebound battle. They win the turnover battle, but they still can't shoot because they suck. All right, then we're going to get to the losers. This first one surprised me heavily. I think this tipped off like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Fairfield loses outright to Canisius. You kind of knew this one was going to happen once the line movement went the way it did. It opened at 4.5. It closed at 7.5. Fairfield was laying. That's a lot, and that did not hit, as Canisius scores 85 points. They shoot it 44% from the field, 54% from deep, 15 of 28, and then they shoot 27 free throws. They lose the rebound battle. They win the turnover battle by 2. Fairfield just didn't play any defense, and Canisius could miss. I mean, they made 15 three-pointers. They average 6 of them a game. They almost tripled their 3-point output in one game. So that was a bit unexpected. Then the over in the Michigan game we talked about, they went 11 of 53, and they still almost hit the over. We had 169.5. This game landed 162, and it was just brick central from deep and the free throw line. So I'd bet that over again if I had to. Then finally, some of you guys might have hit this. I got the worst of the number here. I took Central Connecticut State plus 4.5. It closed at plus 6.5. Central Connecticut State ends up losing by 6. They shoot 55% from the field, 50% from deep. Unfortunately, they got murdered on the glass, and they lost the turnover battle as the Long Island Sharks win the offensive rebound battle 19-8, and they win the turnover battle 5-8. Yeah, you can't cover 4.5 when you're giving up that much. So we lose by 6. We go 5-3 on the day. Let's get on to the picks we got for tomorrow. All right, first game we are at an ACC action. It is Virginia on the road at NC State. This line keeps on climbing. When I typed it up, it was plus 3.5. It is now plus 4.5. So if you're on the Cavaliers, I might wait. You might be able to get 5.5, 6.5 tomorrow morning. This one tips 11 a.m. Eastern, so bright and early. Cavaliers are coming off of a pretty tough loss on the road, rivalry game against Virginia Tech. NC State got an easy win against Wake Forest in their game 1. I do not think they're going to have as easy of a time. It is against Ryan Odom, very good coach. I think Virginia's going to win this on the money line. Virginia 11-2 on the year. Their 2 losses coming to Butler by 7, then Virginia Tech in overtime by 10. This is a really new team compared to last year's roster. New coach, you got Ryan Odom coming over from VCU, I think, if I remember correctly. They score a lot, 87 points a game, played a bottom 100 pace. That means they're very efficient, 48% from the field, top 20 in overall rebounding. They're fantastic at possessing the ball and not turning it over. Relatively young team in terms of freshmen, not in terms of basketball experience. 2 of their guys are Euro guys, and the other one comes off the bench. What's his name? Chase Malloy. Dude is an absolute beast. So I have very much faith in all of their young guys. NC State 10-4 on the year, 1-0 in ACC play. They beat Wake by 13 just 3 or 4 days ago. They also score 87 a game. They played a top 150 pace, make 11 3-pointers a game. They should not be laying 4.5. I mean, this is year 1 of Wade. No, 4.5 is too much to a very good Virginia opponent. I will take the points and Virginia. Next game, this is my favorite bet of the day. Give me Butler minus 1.5 at home to Nova. This is strictly a building/head coach play. Give me Thad Matta in Hinkle Fieldhouse lit on noon at Saturday. This place is going to be packed. Year 1 of Kevin Willard at Villanova. They've looked good so far this year. This is by far their toughest road test in Big East play. So I'm going to back Butler. Nova, 11-2 on the year. 2-0 in Big East play. They got wins over Seton Hall by 8 on the road. And then they only beat DePaul by 5 at home. Not really sure what they were doing in that game. Their losses on the year, BYU by 5, then Michigan by 28. So 2 pretty good losses. Nova, they score 78 a game, played a bottom 25 pace, shoot at 46% from the field. Very 3-point dependent team, which is weird for a Kevin Willard roster. Normally they're not that style. But this year they are. They make 11 3-pointers per contest. They're not very good at rebounding. If the threes are not falling, they are going to get slapped in the face. Butler, 10-4 on the year. 1-2 currently in Big East play. So they're going to need to step it up. Their 2 losses to Creighton on the road and to UConn by 19. So pretty respectable. They average 86 a game, played a top 100 pace, 47% from the field. This is a veteran roster, top 30 in the country in rebounding. They're going to dominate the glass. I don't see how they lose. Thad Matta's going to get them up. They need this win like blood. I think they get it. Give me Butler minus 1.5. All right, now we're going to take a look at 2 SoCon games. First one at Samford on the road at UNC Greensboro. I'm going to rock UNCG at home, catching 1.5. I do not think they should be a home dog. Give me UNC Greensboro. They're off to a rough start this year. They're turning around, though, 1-0 in conference play. Sanford, back-to-back road spot here. Previous game, they played at VMI. They beat them by 20. I don't think they're going to get 2 road wins in a row. Sanford, they score at 77 a game, middle of the pack pace, and they only shoot at 42% from the field. This is another team, big three-point variance team. If they're hitting shots, they're going to win this game easily. If they're missing them, they're going to lose it easily. So it's just which end of the spectrum are you going to get. All of their stats are pretty good. They do look better on paper than UNCG, but UNCG has turned a corner. They're always better in conference play, and they have a pretty good home atmosphere. Greensboro, 5-9 on the year. They did win their first game of SoCon play, 5 points at home to a very solid Chattanooga team. They score 78 a game, shoot at 45% from the field. Much better from the free throw line than Sanford. So if the game is close towards the end, we have the better team from the line. They are a bit undersized in the backcourt. You're going to see both their 1 and 2 are under 6'1". Not ideal in non-con play, but once you get into the SoCon, that shouldn't be as big of a problem. They have a big front court. It is just their back court that is small. I'm going to take UNC Greensboro at home, catching a 1.5. All right, next game, I'll go over this one pretty quick because the video is already kind of getting long. Mercer on the road at ETSU. I'm just going to rock the over, 152.5. Mercer's going to want to play quick. They force every single team they play to speed up. ETSU doesn't mind speeding up. They got a bunch of really good players on the team. They're going to run court pretty well. I like the over. Mercer, 8-6 on the year, coming off of a 2-point road loss to Furman, a game in which we backed them. I was tempted to take them with the points here, but they might get killed. Like, they really might get killed. They play quick, top 30 pace in the country, 45% from the field. They make 9 3-pointers a game. Their defense is not awful. It's not great, middle of the pack. I think they're going to get exposed by ETSU's size, so that is why I laid off of this spread. ETSU, 9-5 on the year. They just beat the Citadel on the road by 25. Not really much to say in that win because it is the Citadel, and they suck. They score 78 points a game, played a bottom 100 pace, but they shoot at 49% from the field. So Mercer's going to speed them up. Their efficiency is still going to be there. They have the better guys down low, should lead to a decent amount of rebounds for both sides here, Mercer and ETSU. So I think we get a lot of points, potential for a close game, and free throws at the end. Give me the over, 152.5. Next one, we have entered SEC play. This is where South Carolina and the Gamecocks are going to get absolutely shit on in conference play. Give me Vandy laying 11.5. They are the significant better team. Absolutely no one is going to be at this basketball game. The only sport that the Gamecocks show up for is football and women's basketball, and then maybe baseball. I don't claim to know that. Vandy, 13-0 on the year. Nice wins over a lot of good programs. Wake Forest, Memphis, SMU, St. Mary's, VCU, Western Kentucky, UCF. That's a lot of good teams. They score 94 points a game, played a top 50 pace. They shoot at 51% from the field while making 11 threes a game. This team is good. They're very old under Byington. Top 10 in assists per game, top 10 in steals per game. They're going to dominate every single aspect of basketball in this matchup. South Carolina, 9-4 on the year. They've beaten absolutely nobody, not a single Power 4 win on their resume. Their losses are to the only good teams they've played: Clemson, Virginia Tech, Northwestern, and Butler. They score 81 a game, but they've, again, lost to every single good team they've played. They've padded their stats with a bunch of easy home wins. They are about to get destroyed. All right, then my opinion, this is the game of the day, which is a crazy statement to make on a Saturday with 125 games, but this is it. Akron, on the road, Miami of Ohio. The Red Hawks are still undefeated. This is their first legitimate true test at home the entire year. If you can beat Akron at home, I will admit you are good. You will move to 15-0, and you should probably be ranked. If not, I will call you fraudulent because you've played 3 Division II schools and a bunch of easy teams at home. I'm going to take Akron minus 3.5. I'm also going to take the over 177.5. If you've been watching the channel for a while, I don't bet unders. I don't enjoy watching basketball games rooting for the ball to not go in the hoop. So I'm going to take the over. There should be a ton of points in this game. It's going to be awesome. Akron, 10-3 on the year. Their 3 losses are all to really good schools. Murray State at a neutral by 15. Yale at a neutral by 3. Then Purdue, true road spot by 18. This is a veteran team who averages 97 points a game. They play at a top 50 pace, shoot at 53% from the field. They make 11 three-pointers a game. Their non-con schedule significantly harder than Miami of Ohio. It's not even close when you look at who they played. I like this team. In terms of a head coach, I will gladly take John Gross over Steele any single day of the week. You may remember Steele used to coach at Xavier. He no longer coaches at Xavier because he didn't win shit. He is not good. Miami of Ohio, they are good. They're 14-0. You can't be bad and be 14-0. They're coming off of beating Bowling Green by 10. This is the best team they've played all year. These stats they have are ridiculous. They score 95 a game, 54% from the field. They make 12 three-pointers. No, this team is fraudulent. If they beat Akron, I will take back everything I said. But they have to win this game. If you win this game, I'll give you props. But until I see it, give me Akron, give me the over. All right, then you got the final game, and then 3 more bets. I am betting everything on the right side of the screen. So Georgia Southern, UCLA, and Mississippi State, those will all be included in the recap to money. Tomorrow, I have money on them. Firstly, though, UT Martin, I'm going to take them at home, laying 9.5. I think this number, if you want to know the number I have 16.5 for the spread I made. So the fact this is 9.5, I got questions. I'm going to bet it, though, because I like them. UT Martin, they're good. Eastern Illinois, they're 0-7 on the road straight up this year. They only have 1 Division I win. Their other 3 wins came against all Division II schools. Their only actual win is SIUE, who is their rival. So you can throw that out the window. This team sucks. They average 65 points a game, played a bottom 75 pace. They shoot at 42% from the field. The more I was looking at this team and their schedule, this is quite literally Maine, Delaware, and South Carolina State all merged into one team. They're ass. They can't shoot. They play ridiculously so, and they also don't play defense. You are not going to win basketball games doing any of that. UT Martin, 10-4 on the year. Their losses came to Tennessee State, Southern Illinois, Southern Miss, and Florida State. They score 76 a game, played a top 175 pace, shoot at 44% from the field. This team is old, and they're also all Euros, so they have experience playing overseas. I like them. It should be pretty packed. Normally, UT Martin has a good home atmosphere. Saturday game, I think 4 o'clock tip. I like it. Give me UT Martin. All right, then we got 3 more games. I am also betting. I just can't type out slides because if I did, this video would be 30 minutes long, and I still got to do the NBA video after this. So I'm going to rock Georgia Southern again. I was very impressed with their previous win. Old Dominion's looking horrible, so I'm going to fade ODU and then back Georgia Southern. I think they've won like 7 or 8 in a row. That team is hot. Next one, I'm going to take UCLA on the road at Iowa, catching plus 6.5. I like Cronin as a coach. This is Iowa's first real home test this year, so I'm going to take UCLA. And then finally, Mississippi State catching 10.5 at Texas, first game of SEC play. Texas should not be laying 10.5. Yes, I understand they're good. They're not that good. This should be a 4.5 to 5.5 point line. Double digits makes no sense. Give me Mississippi State. All right, that's going to do it for me in this video. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.